You are currently in a Wilds of Eldraine pre-release event. You've cracked open your box, opening packs, got a sweet promo, getting some sweet cards. Tell yourself, this is a sweet card, I'm going to play it in a deck, it's going to be so cool. You play your games, you win, you don't win, you get prizes, you don't get prizes, you go back home with all these hopes and dreams, and you tell yourself, this card's going to be so fun to play, and yada yada deck. And then, you put those cards in a box, and you never see them again. That is the problem with Standard right now. And honestly, a problem with most sets right now in Magic. I mean Standard specifically, but it's just like, with Standard, you look at a Standard set, and it's just like, alright, I got this mechanic, never seen it before. Seems pretty cool. I think Wizards is probably going to reprint it in the next set. They don't. They don't build off of their mechanics at all. You never, like, this one mechanic pops up, like rolls, for Wilds of Eldraine. It's like, sweet, this token, aura, colorless thingamabob, that's cool. Am I ever going to see it again? No. And here's the thing, with Standard, they've changed the rules. The rotation, 3 years now, instead of 2. So, that can be a good thing, but when you don't build off of anything, that's bad. Because none of the mechanics in Standard right now work with each other at all. It's just these fun little cards that don't really have any specific mechanics on them. Why do you think there are no tribal decks in Standard right now? Why do you think that there are basically no cards that care about one specific mechanic? Do you see anything right now in Arena that cares about counters or Standard? Like, you're playing Standard with your buddies, is there anything that cares about counters or proliferate or this or that? No, because there's nothing that works with it. I mean, there's proliferate, there's roll tokens, there's shield counters, there's day night, there's stun counters, which is actually the one mechanic that I've seen a lot of reuse over the course of many sets now since Dominaria United, but it's only good in pre-release. It's like Wizards is reusing mechanics that absolutely suck and are only good in pre-release events, and then they don't give a crap about mechanics for anything outside of pre-release. Or maybe they do, but they don't build off of it. They don't build off of these new mechanics that they create. It's just like, God, it's annoying. Because there are all these cool cards that can really be powerful. But Wizards does not print anything that works with it. And here's the thing. Maybe they do make a fun, cool card for Standard that's going to impact Standard, and there's going to be all of these cool Standard decks with that card at the center of it. And then you have to spend all the money on that card. And it's like, God, that's such a big investment. But it's going to be worth it. I'm going to win so much. It's going to be so fun. And once it rotates out of Standard, I'll sell it for a ton, right? Well, then you go to sell it, and it's not worth a thing. Because once it's rotated out of Standard, then nobody's going to play it anymore. Because it's not in Standard. It no longer has a purpose. I mean, once Shieldred the Apocalypse is out of Standard, where are you going to see it? Honestly, where are you going to see it? What is the one format that you're going to see it played in? Commander. Wherever cards in Standard that are good, where do they go? Commander. They very rarely go to any other format besides Commander. And even then, most of the time, Wizards just make something that's like, yeah, this card is slightly better than it. And it's like, most of the time, too, it's like they make this cool legendary creature that could be fun for this deck, but then they make a card that's slightly more efficient than it in a Commander Precon, or something like that, and it's like, yay. And then here's the other thing about Standard. There's like one card in every single set that's actually worth money, and you look at the rest of the set, and it's like, no, it's not worth it. It's not worth anything. I mean, here's the thing. Let's look at a short that I was going to upload. Now, my dad's opening a collector deck right now. You can see him opening the collector deck right in front of your eyes right now. He's opening the pack, he's having fun, hoping for sweet stuff. He's got his lottery ticket, hoping to get that big pull, hoping to get that Besiege the Mirror Fuller, Foiler, Confetti Art, Enchanting Archives, whatever the hell it's called, card. And he pulls absolutely nothing. Nothing worth anything. See, the only thing about Wilds of Eldraine that I think is actually worth getting the set is for those enchantments. And even then, they're all reprints. It's just like Impact Tremors. I don't own it. Sweet, I can get it now. Utopia Sprawl. I own like 1 copy of it. Now I own 8. And other cards in there that I don't really have much of, like Smothering Tithe. I didn't really get many copies of it from Double Masters 2022. Now I have more copies of it. Stuff like that. Reprints are really the only thing keeping Magic alive right now. Because Standard really was the thing back in the day that made Magic so good and popular. Standard, believe it or not, is what makes Magic popular. Commander, yeah, that's its own thing. Commander's always going to make Magic playable, and people are going to want to play Magic just to play Commander. But in order to draw people into the game, Standard, believe it or not, is always going to be the best way to do that. Nobody's going to come into Magic and be like, oh, I just want to do this because I want to spend $700 on a Commander deck. Or maybe I don't want to spend all this money on a Commander deck. But then, it's just like, yeah, I play it, but then I need to get 3 other people that play it, this format too. So I need to, it's just like, I don't know. Standard, I think, is the thing that is going to make Magic popular and bring the most people in to actually play and spend money on the game. Why is that? It's just like, people that play Commander, yeah, they have a ton of cards and they can build all the decks. Or they just love Commander. Like, I mean, I love Pauper Commander, to be completely honest with you, I do. I love Pauper because it reminds me of Pre-Leagues, because I get to play cards that you can't really play anywhere else that are good and fun and this and that. And it's just like, I don't know. I feel like Standard, these new sets, these new poppy awesome sets are going to be the thing that is going to draw new people into the game more than anything else. But it's simply, 1, these Standard sets need more teeth. They just do. They need more teeth. They need more, like, bite, action, fun cards. More cards that work with each other. Not just in that set, but in other sets. Like, this one kind of mechanic in this set, it's also very good in, or very, like, a very big thing in 2 sets ago, in Streets of New Capenna, I don't know, or Dominaria United 2. It works with mechanics in those sets, and they work together, and they kind of mix into this sweet new deck that it just sparks a whole new kind of archetype or something like that. It's just like, they need to do that. They need to add more teeth. They need to add more consistency, more stuff that works together, and make a new, they need to spice up the new sets in Magic. Here's the thing. There are 2 kinds of, this is gonna be kind of weird. There's the old car, and there's the new car. Everybody wants the old car. Because you know what's on the old car? The Power 9. Sweet, legacy, vintage playables. Shocklands. Dual lands. Fetch lands. Commander. Staples. Atraxa, the Grand Unifier. Not Grand Unifier. It's just like all of these amazing old cards that are reprinted and just make people, hey, scream, I want this card to be reprinted. I want this card to be reprinted in this set. Why can't this card get reprinted? Everybody wants the stuff on the old card to take up the stuff on the new card. What's the new card? Standard sets nowadays. That's it. It's just like nobody wants the new card. It's shiny and cool, I guess, but it doesn't really work. Not really. And in the old card, it works great. There's tons of stuff that works great together. All these great, cool, fun cards. But nowadays, it's like, alright, there's a fun commander here. Oh yeah, there's this commander card here. Oh, I guess that's it. Huh. Okay. I'm gonna go get the new card. Or the old card. Yeah. Let's go over. It's just like, God. It's... And you know what adds on top of that? Reprint sets. The only thing. I keep saying it. Reprints are the thing keeping Magic alive right now. Reprint sets. Reprint sets, awesome. I love them. I get to play cards. I get to get cards from the old days that I don't own. That's the only sets that I buy, really. I mean, my dad and I, a new standard set's coming out. We're like, okay, yeah, pre-release is back. And it's like, alright, we're gonna practice stuff on Friday. We're gonna get a pre-release kit for each of us and just play the set, kind of get used to it. Saturday, play single events, and Sunday, play two-headed giant, and we never buy the set again. Maybe we get a bundle or one or two collector's packs here and there. And a reprint set comes around and we're like, oh, this card's in the set. Oh my god, that card's in the set. Oh my god, this card's in the set. Oh my god, this card's in the set. Oh my god, this card, that card, this card, that card. I gotta get it. I gotta get the set for these 6 different cards and this fun stuff and this, that. And I buy reprint sets because they're cool. But once again, it's the old card. It's the shiny, awesome old card that everybody wants. And then there's the new card that nobody wants because there's nothing cool and shiny on it. Every now and there's a fun little card like Shield of the Apocalypse that's worth $50 and like a couple of years from now, oh, huh, that's interesting. This card's only $20. It used to be $60. Huh, and it's only played in Commander. Huh, that's interesting. And it's just like, I don't know. And here's the other thing. There's reprint sets, there's standard sets, and then there's one other kind of set. Sets like Modern Horizons 2. Honestly, who does not love Modern Horizons 2? Who does not love Modern Horizons 2? Just think about that for a second. If you don't know what Modern Horizons 2 is, or Modern Horizons 1 even, some of the best sets Wizards has ever made. Honestly, they're awesome. They're amazing. They got sweet new shiny toys. They're the one thing that's giving the new card like a little bit of shyness, a little bit of glimmer. Oh, there's a new engine. Cards like Ragavan, Nimble Pilferer, or Urza Saga, or what's the name of the cards? The 5 cycle of cards that the Evoke cycle of cards. Those cards are awesome and amazing and cool and this and that and all the stuff. And then there are cards in there that are great in Commander, like Esper Sentinel. There are cards in there that are great in Pauper, like the Artifact, Tap Lands, or there's so much in that set that's so good. Why can't they add that kind of spice to standard sets? Maybe not make the standard sets as powerful, but make them spicier. Make the sets work together. Make them smaller even. Make the sets a little bit smaller, a little bit more condensed. Add mechanics that you can build off of with other sets. Don't make these weird mechanics that are only going to work for this set and then never appear again in any other set. It's like with D&D. You look at D&D, Adventures in the Forgotten Realms, or even Baldur's Gate. Oh yeah, I'm going to roll a dice. I roll a 20. I get these 3 cards. Cool. Dungeons. Cool. Is there anything that cares about that? Honestly? Does any single deck in Magic the Gathering, outside of a pre-release deck, even a standard deck, back when D&D was a thing, does any deck care about rolling dice or going into a dungeon. No. This is boring. It's like, okay, going pre-release. Now we're gonna see it again. That's the problem with Standard. Every single Standard deck is the same thing. It is the same thing. I'm gonna keep saying it. It's the same thing. Over and over and over again. It's repeating itself. It's like, yay, there's a new little spin on this mechanic. And it's just like, I see it once, never again. 2 sets later, oh yay, this crummy stun counter. They're back. Whoopee. Hate them. It's like, Wizards is like, hey, we're gonna redo stun counters because they're good in pre-release. And we're not gonna redo any of the mechanics that are actually good in Standard sets that make Standard flavorful and poppy and make people want to get into Standard. And it's just like, I don't know, it's just, Wizards has got to add some spice, some teeth, some good stuff to Standard in order to make it pop out and stand out. Because, like I said, that is going to draw more people into the game. That's going to make people want to get into the game more than Commander. I did not come into Magic the Gathering for Commander. I came into Magic the Gathering for Thrones of Eldraine and Theros Beyond Death and what was the name of the set that was around back then? M21. It's just like some fun stuff and the reprints and the this and the value and that stuff. But now there's no value. The collectability side of Standard sets out the window. Maybe there's one expensive card, but collectability is out of the window. Playability is out of the window. Everything about Standard is out of the window. No consistency with mechanics, no value, no playability in other formats outside of Standard and pre-release, and it's just like, why even make the set? Why even buy the set? Just buy singles of the things that you want. Just buy, like, if there's this one cool reprint, buy a single of it. And then never deal with the set again. It's just Standard. You're dying. You're making Magic die. Because, once again, Standard is the thing that is going to draw people into the game more than anything else. People don't come into the game just to play Commander. They come into the game because of the fun, poppy new stuff. Not because of the old card. They want the new card, but there's nothing for the new card to offer. There's just stuff for the old card to offer. We need the new card to add more spice and teeth and engine, vroom vroom kind of stuff. It's just like, I don't know. Wizards' biggest flaw is Standard. They need to find a new kind of Standard that's going to draw people into the game, because right now, Commander, reprint sets, take them out of the picture, Magic's dead. Now, with all that aside, thanks for watching. I'm your host, Dean Wolf. Have fun with Wilds of Eldraine, Standard sets, and getting 1 or 2 new playable cards in Commander. See you next time, I guess.